Good morning.
Hello.
It's a fun day. It's a fun haulathon day. So excited.
Are you, John?
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I don't know.
You know how I am with collecting NECA products.
Yeah, you're a wild man.
Yeah.
Where you're a wild man.
Oh, you're
Oh,
a wild man. Oh, what
it
the
uses
hell?
special effects.
Um, I want to thank Brian Williams for posting an empty shelf on Facebook. Not Brian Williams from the
The
news.
Brian Williams from the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys. That's right.
Ba,
He's
ba,
like,
ba,
um,
ba, ba, ba,
he's
ba.
like, here's a shelf that's really empty. It's got nothing from Haulathon. It just doesn't work as well without. There you go.
I was trying to wait for a chorus so I could background
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know what
I'll send you the lyrics. And we'll try it again.
I mean?
Um, the sad thing is, he noticed that I essentially stole his photo from Facebook, but
Saw that.
he was honored that it was in the thumbnail that you made, and then I had to burst his bubble, just shatter his dreams, and let him know that you don't make the thumbnails. It is interesting to
Why'd
me.
you have to do that, John? Let a
Well,
boy have his dream.
yeah, because there's a part of me that hopes it's one of those people that's like a Mad Hatter fan but hates Nostalgia Unboxed and just kind of watches because 50% of it's enjoyable.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
you wanted
like,
to
oh yeah, if you
that
don't
was
like me, this is
sweet.
gonna be great. Um, but it is interesting to me that people can see your thumbnails and then see the live stream thumbnails and think, yeah, he makes them both. It doesn't have what I'm saying is when I make them, it doesn't have the charm that is the Mad Hatter channel.
Oh, I think you're trying to compliment me, but really it's an insult,
That's
John.
correct. No, there's as even Peter, Attack Peter, our lovely boy, our little Miami man. He even says the same thing. There's a certain charm with what you do and all that stuff that
Oh,
you
okay.
don't get elsewhere, and where like my production stuff is so high that I think mine becomes like a corporate visual experience, and you don't feel the connection. You're like, ooh, corporate stuff, and yours is like, oh, I can connect with this human being. We're the same.
Oh.
We are collectors, and I just become this like fake business that doesn't really like action figures.
Wow, that's a wild perspective. I feel like you've been thinking about that for a while.
Yes, which is why I am ready to announce that I am going low budget from here on out.
I mean, that's funny you say that because I am thinking of going high budget. I there's a camera that I
Mhm.
really want. I just want to spend the money on it right now. It's very expensive, John, but maybe if I have a good tax return, I would get it. But I feel like as soon as I feel like well, first of all, you're a toy collector, so you're always spending some kind of money,
Ugh,
but
yeah.
but that's like a still a big purchase.
Right,
It's
but
such a nice camera.
if it's like a $4,000 camera, just saying, or a $4,000 Mythic Legions Beather, it's like I know that's not the price, so I should have just
Yeah.
said $1,000. If it's $1,000 on either one, it's way easier to buy a giant dragon that only has so many use cases versus a camera that could be used endlessly.
That's right. That's right. But it is a giant dragon, Jonathan.
Right. But then you can't show anybody because you don't have the nice camera. I will say if this is a true thing that you're saying about buying a nice camera,
It
um,
is.
now you got to consider a microphone. Now you got to consider a
Dude,
better
I have a $200 microphone.
that plugs into your camera.
Oh, sorry.
Um, and then you need to more importantly, you're gonna need a nicer computer.
A nicer computer?
Yeah, so you can take that really nice camera, put the files on the nice computer, and then like
Oh. This is like
Yeah.
one of these things where you can't just get one thing.
No, you can't. It's
Ugh.
impossible.
I guess I gotta get that $1,000 dragon purchase.
Yeah, instead of it's like, I guess I'll get 2 dragons.
Yeah. You know what it's like, John? It's like, you know what it reminds me of is like when you were a kid, pretty much when we were growing up, $50 buys you a game, right?
Yes.
Like at
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever system. But $50 also typically would get you, well, maybe not 50, but around 50 would get you an extra controller.
Right.
And at some point you'd have to kind of like do that math of like, do I want an extra controller and like, I don't know, play with my friends or something, or just have that extra controller, or do I want a game? I always just got another game.
Right.
And I just, if you came over, just bring a controller.
Bring
I,
a
I
controller.
never was a second controller kid unless somebody gave me one or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You get way more use out of another game than you would a controller sitting around.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Big time.
If they
Big
wanna be your
time, John.
friend, there's a price of entry. Buy me a
Yeah.
game or buy me a controller, bro. Look, today's a big day. Today's a super day. It's magic. The
Uh,
secret word is super. Um, yeah, big day for collectors. If you go directly to haulathon.com, makes it easy for international and anyone in the U.S. trying to buy these things. Unless you're in Puerto Rico, I guess it's impossible because you just go through a loop
yeah,
unless they fix that. But say you want Super Grover, we click on this guy. It does suck that he's now $38. There's not a ton of stuff in there. So we're just seeing that price increase that everybody's doing. And it is, I saw your video. It's cool that they used the Palisades phone booth, but now everybody's like, how do I get a phone booth?
yeah,
um,
you go to Palisades or you go to hell, right? I mean, no, there's
that's
other.
that's the saying. That was the old saying, but that was the crazy thing is that's what that was Palisades slogan. And
Right.
it's like, oh, well, no wonder you guys only got Grover out and that was it.
Right, that's true.
They're like, we'll see ourselves in hell.
But yeah, this is everything, right? There's not a third week, correct?
No, it goes until April something.
Oh, so then the next week is probably stuff that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what else it could be. Oh, look, these guys. Add to cart.
Oh, the turtles are back. Do they have Donatello? Donatello, I think is a hard
Seems to
one
be
to
the
get.
elusive one, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird. People really wanted him. Or
Yeah.
they just didn't put enough in the box. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, so Haulathon is here. Drop everything. Get your boys. So we're 10 minutes in. This guy says check stores. Can anybody in the chat confirm that he was available to grab?
Who was available to grab?
Grover. I mean, I will say we logged in here about like 8-9 minutes in.
Oh, is he sold out?
It just says add to. It doesn't say sold out. It just says check stores. It says out of stock. Okay, it says out of stock there. But, I mean, that's a good sign that the other. Oh no, never mind. That's third party sellers. $55 for Bert. No thanks.
Yeah, I'm checking my thing right here. Oh yeah, he's out of stock. Oh, it says, well, somebody was saying Grover never went up.
Oh, I wonder if it's if the folks over in haulathon.com for international stuff, if this is going a little smoother for them.
Grover was never available.
Stupid. Well, keep checking. As we know, we talked about it last week. Just kind of refresh.
Yeah, I'm sure Grover will go up if he never went up. I
Yeah.
don't think it's the kind of thing where this is like a sell out in 5 seconds thing. This doesn't seem like it.
No.
So I would that Pee Wee's is dope, by the
This
way.
is a great Pee-wee, yeah. Like you said, though, it is a bummer that you had to buy him twice to get like the other. Wait, is something missing in the first? Hold on. Words. Was something in the first version of Pee-wee that you don't get in this one?
No, I think it's unless there's a hands that maybe are specific, it's the same heads that you get here, same body, and then Terry the pterodactyl.
Okay, and then
So,
the stupid little card. So
yeah.
so you got the same figure, but more stuff.
Yeah, like, what I was saying is they shoulda just had, like, maybe a head that you could just get in the other one or something, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's weird.
I mean, the box is different, I guess, that's, whatever that means.
Yeah, that's a weird approach. What's up with that?
Yeah. I just don't
Also
wanna keep, like, they released Cherry, right? And then Cherry comes with Pee-wee, and then Conky, and like,
yeah,
it's,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I could see this being and if this version doesn't do well, that this is the end of it, you know? It's kinda like, Alf. They're like, "Well, we just gotta kinda find a way to get the same thing out again."
But Alf is like, I mean, what could they have done after? I mean, maybe like the humans are too difficult. You got to get their likenesses. Like
Yeah,
you
I
can
understand.
do Cherry. Like you don't need
Yeah.
likenesses. You can
I
do
just
all that.
mean well, the dinosaurs would be another example. Like, you're taking the same figure and just releasing it a couple times to try to get a little more, um,
Yeah.
rush behind it. I
like,
don't know.
I like this comment. You like this? I don't know, likeness, but to each their own, as they say. The man best boy says, "I'll." Man Beast Boy says, "I'll wait for Mesco Pee Wee." Are they making a Pee Wee, or is that just a thing you're saying? Like they might make one.
Also weird that it's just that photo and then photos of the box and the sticker sheet. There's no
Yeah.
like, real photos of the figure.
So I can't really do my Pee Wee impression based on the faces.
I mean, it's still pretty good,
Oh,
John.
here we go. Now we can play.
Ah! Um, let's say hi to the chat while everybody checks and refreshes for Grover. You got first one out the gate. Badly Bradley, the great Badly Bradley, great artist right here. Good day, all. You got Focus 357. Hello, sir. You got Fairwind. You got Toy Wonder. You got the Shark. Shark's here, John.
Oh, no,
Okay.
I'm scared.
You got EKZ rated. You got Alter Clark. You got Jew Nowell. You got Super Joe 7, my buddy Joey right there. You got DZ Collector. You got Impossible Pie. You got Sco 7 Baker. You got Rowdy Riles right there. You got K Mac User. You got Yokai Customs. Jorge Sanchez. Reed Duchess. What's up, my dudes? You got Casper Corner, Turtle Dave, Charlie Square, Dust Tapes, and so much more. John. And let's just do a few more. Nikki Hammer, the man Beast Boy, Brandon Gash. Gash Stash is here, John. The great BG. And Toy Mandels. And then you do have a super chat from my buddy Casper with the $5 saying, "Pay for your surprise gift this morning, Hatter." Casper has been teasing me with this surprise that he got me for 17 years, and I'm dying to already see what it is. So thank you for the super chat, buddy. Um, yeah, hopefully it's not a surprise like surprise
Anthrax.
anthrax. Know where I was going with that. VPG, my doctor VPG. I get all my medical advice, John, from VPG, by the way.
Yeah,
And
so that's
I'm
what I've
not kidding.
heard
Yeah.
from you last week.
He gave me the $4.99 USD. Beach Boys round 2. Ba 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 da da da. All right.
Alert.
And then I think that catches us up. No, but I think there was some membership status here.
Yeah.
Toka
Get
that
through it
Razor.
already.
Toka that Razor keeping the lights on for for the channel always. Thank you, buddy. And then all the 10 lucky people that I'm gonna go through and just see if there's anybody that I gotta trash. No, everybody is new. Okay. All right. Damn it. I love when there's like one person and I'm like, why were you not a member? And I guilt them like why did I have to be a member, John? But thank you. Thank you, Tokadat Razor. Okay. You are a true gentleman. And you got Pickle D right here. Speaking of gentlemen, Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
That's how Pickle D says hello.
Okay? Like a guy from the Bronx.
Yeah. Guten Tag.
Hey, what is this? Guten Tag? Guten Tag, you're in. Am I right? Hey. How about these? How about these little effecty dudes?
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, I can't zoom in. That one's bent a little bit.
Pew, pew, pew. John, that's how they sound. They go pew, 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 pew.
The first effect pieces I recall were with the Rex one, the evil version, and he had like 2 effect pieces, one to retrofit to the older one. So it's nice to see them including these things because that's been missed out a lot of times. This guy's pretty packed.
It's nice. It's a nice figure, man. It gets all.
I mean, why is he $38 and he comes with all that?
Pretty big. He's like the size of Shredder.
The prices just confuse me because he's loaded down, and I guess they're trying to like, well, we're only going to make him once. That's why he's got all these versions or whatever, and then we'll make up for it with the turtles. Maybe like we'll make more money off the. I don't know. Just this is weird. It's very weird,
dude.
And then Super Grover not having really anything in the box. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, you're saying light for $38?
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's not other stuff that you could really include, alternate hands or whatever. You could have done clearly like the Palisades and try to do swappable parts. It would have been more expensive, but it just feels light. Even compared to Bert and Ernie, I mean, those dudes are pretty stacked for if we can get to them wherever they're at. Bert and Ernie, there we go. Look at how much stuff's in there. Granted, that price is a third-party seller, but are you here? You still with me, buddy?
I am. I had to write a little note for myself.
Oh my god. Find new stream partner.
Yeah, you should. At least I was surprised that there wasn't at least another expression, but it does have an articulated mouth.
Right.
And the others don't. So,
Right.
hence you don't need the expression. I wonder what he could have come with. Look, here's the thing with Sesame Street. It's like there's so many ancillary like characters and things like that. You would think they could have included something.
He's so much fuzzier than I was remembering.
Yeah, he's very fuzzy. He's but how do you achieve that without real fur?
Yeah.
Like, how do you achieve that level of fuzziness?
Just a deeper sculpt or something? I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I alternate expressions, like you said, or heads or whatever, could have worked. Just because it is a hand and a puppet, so you can like kind of twist things a little bit. But he is clearly built in a way that has like a flat disc in the mouth versus somebody like Kermit. That's a very malleable, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's great. Oh, here it is. Alex Ross, you were correct. Confirmed.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy that they got Alex Ross to do a cover.
Alex Ross has that kind of signature where he like blows out his highlights a little bit.
Yeah.
But it works. Oh, never mind. We're not going to zoom in on that, I guess.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I really like the cover of the new one, but it's just like Alex Ross. It's a hell of a act to follow. Yeah, I'm just wondering.
So you can do that with the helmet? Apparently? I mean, that's the NECA one, but, like, I thought it was attached to his head.
I didn't see a way to do that. I don't think you can pull it off of the head.
You have to be able to. What else would this mean?
But yeah, they gave you yeah, it's so funny. They use the Palisades phone booth for all of their
Do you have access to this? Or is it in a
in the other
different part of
room.
the Oh, damn it. Oh, well. Oh, well, who cares? We're over it. I hate
Maybe
being
they
in
want to give regular Grover all the stuff.
Oops.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. That'd be fun. Release him again. Nobody's going to be mad about that. And if they are, you know what?
You go straight
Tell them
to
to
hell.
send me a DM.
Straight to hell, Jonathan?
Straight to hell with Palisades.
Dude, that Palisades thing is so nice. I saw it at that con I went to with Reese like 3 months ago that was like very vintage toy heavy. I saw that thing again and I almost like was tempted to get it again just because it's like so fucking cool. I was just like, it's just a really nice, it's still nice. Some people said that the Palisades Grover had a better likeness. Like when I was comparing, somebody in the comments was like,
It did look really good. Yeah, looking through the videos, like, I don't know. I mean, I kind of really like the Palisades one, but
yeah.
they're both.
We got a super chat here from Ben Diesel 85, Big
Whoa.
Benny Diesel. I'm excited about the Mondo 16 TMNT line. I pre-ordered Donnie and Leo. Ain't y'all getting them? I think he means ain't y'all getting them. Yeah, man. We're right here. That's exactly where we are. We're about to get to that. Let's just get Robot Reviews. Friend of the channel, Mr. Robot Reviews, best buddy of he's Todd McFarlane's best friend. I don't know if you know that. They're like they're BFFs. Top of the morning to you, fellas. How was your birthday, Hatter? It was okay. I had a pretty good birthday so far. I went in. I had a procedure done this week that I recommend everybody to do at some point, where they stick a camera right up the butt. Yep. I've been doing that since I was like 30, by the way, just because some history, some in my family. So I just stay on top of that. And every few years I go in, I go, hey, my butt, maybe you stick a camera. But John, I tell him stick a high quality camera up there. I'm not going to use the cameras I use. I tell them put the good stuff up there. Okay. Yeah. Make nice and sure. Take some nice photos. Take a nice, and they do. And
well, good.
It's a good idea.
The hunt for polyps is what they call that.
Huh?
The hunt for polyps. They call that.
It is. It's like Indiana Jones and it's like Mad Hatter and the hunt for. But yes, that's what I did. So pretty good birthday so far, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I hope that more people in the chat do it. You're technically, unless you have like history on your dad's side or some shit. If you're a white male, they don't start covering it until you're 45. But the problem is we are on an increase of like younger and younger people having issues.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to kind of like fight to get in early.
Yeah. It's you just gotta do it. The prep, Impossible Pie saying the prep is the worst part. That is the worst part. It's just because you gotta drink the solution for pretty much one day so you can shit your brains out.
Yeah.
You're drinking a nasty 8-ounce solution that you chase with some Gatorade. It's not that big a deal. But then when you go in, you go to sleep. And then that's it. It's nice and easy. So I recommend doing it. Anyway, that's my PSA. Continue, Jonathan.
PSA, a camera in your A. Speaking of pooping, I'll be right back.
What?
I have to pee, so I'll be right back.
Oh God, this
Classic.
guy.
Oh God, this is 1,000 times a day. I got to stop drinking so much water.
John, I don't think I can do this on my own. Oh God, I'm on my own. Anyway, fuck that guy. What are we saying here? Grover is I just saw a thing. Bit late here. Grover is international. Oh God. Actually, I got Rowdy Rise, who has a very good statement. How dare you be proactive about your health? Yeah, I know. Colonoscopy are fun. I'm right there with you. Have Crohn's disease. Well, good to stay on top and just get it checked out. Get it checked out, everybody. Bit late here. Grover's available international. Can't afford him until Tuesday. Hopefully sticks around as long as Sakai TMNT has. Yeah, I don't think the Sesame Street is like super fast sellout stuff, but Bert and Ernie at some point sold out, and now they're back. I feel like most of this stuff you can get if you just are patient enough, but I don't think it's going to be price reduction stuff if that's what people are waiting for. I'm seeing that a lot now. People are like, I'm going to play Chico. I'll wait for a sale. I mean, I don't know if this is like stuff that goes on sale. It's not Super 7, but like, you might just don't sleep on it. Only thing doctors find up my butt is Jimmy Hoffa. Ba-boom. Jimmy Hoffa, what a reference. This town needs an enema. The next one I go to, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go, this town needs an enema. And that's what I call my ass, the town. And the doctor's gonna be like, all right, can we just get on with the procedure? You know what I mean? And then I just get kicked out of the place.
And that's when you look at me. Is that why you're always like, go to town, buddy?
Yeah. Go to town. My ass, the town, right? That's what we're talking about. Are we Zing my story about trying to save my life? The fuck? Now we're just
maybe he's under. They put him under just now, and he's getting his own done.
Yeah, he's in his zone. Hold on. We're gonna put this guy on a timeout because he's spamming Z. So John,
yeah,
what are we doing about this Mondo? What are you doing about this Mondo Leonardo here?
Well, as you recall, I called you earlier this week on Tuesday, earlier time.
Here's one. Adam, before he went under, guy, I'm a grower now. Touch me. Very important to me that they know that, John.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They're like, well, while you were under, we can confirm you're neither.
No, I swear.
There's I called you earlier this week for moral support as I spent $305 to get this Leonardo.
This Leonardo is pricey. We all know that. We all know that going in. But John, how good is this fucking Leonardo?
This is, in a related side story connected note, Heat Boys showed off their Leonardo. It's 1/9 scale. It's like almost 8 inches tall, like just shy of 8 inches. And I don't think we know the price yet. That goes up later this next week or something, or tomorrow. But this is the look that I thought those were going to be. So when we saw the gray prototypes of Heat Boys, they looked more like this, like heavily inspired by original movies. And I was like, oh, those could be the better ones. They might be better than Lingjun, which are big for 1/12 scale.
By the way, if people don't know, this one that we're looking at is 1/6 scale.
Yeah, this is 1/6 scale. This is giving me the look that I actually really want, and I think a lot of people probably feel the same way. Like this is at least people our age really want a continuation of the original design. So these just hit so many of the right things for us. I am right now noticing that you can get Leonardo without wraps on his hands in like 3. So this is interesting. You have flat hands, punchy hands, grippy hands without wraps, and then all of these with wraps. So I do like that there's a variety. It's not just wrapped or without.
John, what are you going on your shelf? Are you doing samurai style? Are you doing regular Ninja Turtle
God,
style? Are you changing it up every week? What are you doing?
this is a great thing to think about because we're so early in this and not having it in our hands to really kind of mess around. There's been plenty of times I think where both of us have gotten a figure, and then once we see the stuff, we're like, oh, I think I want to do it this way. I
Yeah.
will say I don't want to go this route. This is very like, not that this is the reason why, but it reminds me of the Ninja Turtles Naruto crossover
Oh,
that
okay.
they had. That is very on brand with that. So it's not that I dislike the look in any way, but out of the options of doing something like this head or going with a traditional head, that's what I'm down to. Going something like this or doing the this one here. This might be the look because it's kind of the perfect in between. I still get to see that beautiful classic design of his face, but now he's just got the soft goods on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. I
I
may
love
not
I
do the
love
shin
this look,
pads.
by the way.
Yeah,
This might be my signature look that I put on the shelf right here.
10 inches. So even for 1/6, it's certainly more manageable. This is only 2 inches taller than the Heat Boys. 3 inches taller than the Ling Jun, I guess, roughly something like that.
Oh, he the Jonathan. Okay, you got Mr. Gash. All right, covering my whole face, but I'm gonna try to read it. Brandon Gash with the $5 USD. The Blurred Alert crew. Follow the Blurred Alert, by the way. We'll be having Hector and Peter on to discuss Leo and TMNT. Join us on Monday when we go under the shell on this
Whoa.
release. Brandon did a whole advertisement copy
Yeah.
there. Yes, but follow the Blurred Alert. Because it's Brandon Gash, and then you got Sebastian, and then you got our buddy Quip. Well, they're all our buddies. They talk art, and they're going to be talking to Hector and Peter. Peter's going to be there. You can't really do a Hector. Hector, there's some people that they kind of open themselves up to let's make fun of. Hector, every time I made, is very serious, very nice, but very, very serious, professional. You know what I mean? But Peter, you can kind of like trash a little bit. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
hard to trash certain people. You know what I'm trying to say, John?
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Huh? What am I
Can't
going
say
to say?
anything.
He can't say anything. He's a teacher. He's a
Yes,
teacher. He's got that mindset. He's got to just take it.
Oh, yeah, it's all fun and games. Anyway, let's get back to work, guys.
Let's get back to work. All right.
Open your textbooks to page 68.
It's all fun and good. But yes, follow the Blurred Alert. John, this Roadkill Rodney. My problem is Mondo needs to figure out a way to release multiple Roadkill Rodneys and multiple Mousers. Okay.
Yeah.
Without me having to break the bank.
Yeah. How can how can they send? How many is that? 6,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7, 8, 9. There's like 9 here. You got
There's
3
8.
right here, 3 right here, 1 in the back, and then the 2 up there. Good God.
They're about to get sliced with the. I didn't notice that the pauldron. I thought they were spikes from a distance. They're just daggers.
They're like duct taped on.
That's awesome. See, I love shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
I love like makeshift. I really want the apocalypse to happen. Not that I don't want it to happen, but if it does, I'm ready to get creative with some stuff.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, you've seen the movie The Road, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the closest. That's like way too close to home for you. I would think.
Yes. Yeah. That does hit close. You're right. Especially now.
Man, my computer's lagging big time. Like my mouse is.
Turtle Dave says that I'm lagging like crazy today. Am I lagging?
Must be both of us.
Mm.
Must be both of us. Maybe if I can close like some of the billions of tabs I have open, that would
Damn,
help.
John, don't have so many billions of tabs open.
What is there to say? What is there to say? I think this is going to be one of those figures where, and Donatello's going to be the same way. You get it, and then you start noticing things like this little like dagger piece thing that's on his belt. You're like, oh my god, I didn't notice that in the photos. Like you really start to go through and
Yeah.
notice the all the slight
Right.
things included to make it.
Have they
feel
alluded
that-
to how Roadkill Rodney stands? Does it show? Does it not show how he stands and in the photos?
I think it's purely based on will.
That makes sense.
I don't know. We got this, which if it needed a stand, it would have shown that stand. Although we don't see the stand for Leo in that photo.
Yeah, they don't show the stands on these like for instance,
But
like all the Batman figures come with a stand, but they don't really show them in the pack out.
But didn't they show the stands for the whatchamacallem? The Ghostbuster stuff? Anyway, that's the Leo stand. But yeah, we just see him kind of on his own.
I love that. I love how they did the coils. They made it look like tentacles.
Oh yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Very Doc Ock kind of.
That's smart.
I guess they bend. They got to be some kind of bendy material, right? Based on this view.
I would think so.
Yeah.
And then he has his little gun in his crotch.
And that's him just kind of running away with his arms flapping. Oh no. Yeah, how does he stand, Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon. See what you got to say about that, bro.
Dude, the thing, and it would be crazy if there weren't people in the team that felt this way, but it would be so great to see these get so much love and attention for the way they were handled that there's a movie that comes along and like continues and plays with this idea.
I think now that that changeover happened, I wouldn't hold my breath for any movies that we might like.
Well, Mattel, what all have they made? They did obviously the Barbie, but what's the other one? The other Mattel?
Masters of the Universe movies.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah, those are two examples that would say that's not what Ninja Turtles would be.
Right.
Never mind.
Look at all the different colors.
But that's movie license too, so I imagine that's not. They do not have that. They own Barbie and Motu. They don't own movie rights.
Ooh, look how detailed this these sickles are, man.
Also, all techie. What are they doing? Are they zapping little like charges through there? What's going on?
They kill you and zap you. I was inspired by Doc Ock when sculpting those arms. Rodney comes with a stand, and those arms are bendy. There you go.
Perfect.
Thank you, sir.
Exactly.
Ask and you shall receive.
Thank you.
I love the duct tape daggers. I did not notice that until now, and they come out, John, so you can.
Yeah, and these are called kunai, my guy. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're kunai. Can we start over? Can we start the stream over, guys?
I'm curious if Michelangelo's going to be shorter.
Shorter? Like
like in the movies.
Michelangelo? Like the 2012 Michelangelo?
No, like the movie things. That's one thing about like if NECA could redo their movie Turtles, they could adjust the size and just like commit to making them all the appropriate height differences. But Michelangelo was shorter in the movies. Maybe Raphael was, but I particularly remember Mikey being shorter.
Oh my god, I can't wait for Raphael. A Jose Canseco bat.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's so good.
We got Brian Brink here. Wait, are those hockey pads?
Hockey pads.
Yeah, this is fun, man. Ask Gash about interchangeable portraits of mouth. Are they interchangeable between brothers? The paint looks similar. Gash, are they interchangeable? I would think they are.
Well, the bandana. I don't think the. Hold on. Because I know you can swap the eyes around, but let's see. Oh, yeah. I guess you could. They're kind of like the NECA thing, like this. As long as the color matches, then you would just have to hope that this overlaps properly the same way. Interesting. This is what they
Very
look like
good.
together.
Very excited for these. I'm hoping that Donnie.
Yeah, those are like the same head. Close enough, anyway. I would think that you could. No, the more I look at it, the less they're the same. It's way more of a stark.
Rodney stays up on a stand. Gash was saying.
Yes. I was here for that when you read it out loud. Huh?
What?
You weren't talking to me, I guess.
No, somebody. Sea Shadow was saying, "How does that Rodney stay up?"
Yes, a stand. I'm really a fan of these. Obviously, super pumped. If for anybody that wants it, $250. Forget the Leo. Forget the Leo. Wow, to get the Leo, and you can get this version of Donatello for $235. This is not the one they released a little bit ago. The one. This still comes with a ton of stuff. What you're missing is really what the
two Mousers.
The two Mousers. Was there something else you were missing?
It's probably maybe one other little thing there.
You still get the
Metalhead.
Thank you, Jesus.
I love that it comes with a fanny pack.
Yeah.
Da-da.
There's no reason not to get these. I don't know. For anybody that is a Turtle fan, it's just crazy that there's still people that are going to be like, I don't do 1/6 scale. But those probably the same people that have the 1/4 scale NECA stuff.
Yeah, I still have that 1/4 scale stuff. But they are, they're pretty light on like accessories. Not that you need like a ton of accessories for that stuff, but
right.
I'm very excited for the 1/6 scale, bro. Then you got Ben Diesel here with the $5 USD. We're getting Shredder, Mikey, then Raphael. They saved the best for last, and I'm willing to bet that Raphael will be their number one seller. I like where Ben Diesel's going because it's fucking Raphael. You know what I mean? It should be their best seller.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. But yeah, Shredder is probably coming sort of like in the middle of this as well. And maybe more, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the Shredder, we haven't seen Raphael and Mikey as prototypes or anything or renders, but we have seen the Shredder.
Yeah. Brandon's saying the paint is different between bros, but the heads are all in a similar ball peg. The portraits are different, though I spend time making sure of that.
Ooh.
I like that. It's like I made sure of that shit.
I made sure you can't swap it.
What happened?
I made sure you can't swap it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's good because I think that it shows more value in what you're buying, and you feel like you're treated a little bit better as a consumer when they take the time to create a new version each time. Because with Turtles, you could just get away with making the same thing 4 times.
Right.
Right. It's like, and every company to cut down on cost will find the ways that they can reuse parts. I mean, the kings of that would be Hasbro and like having freaking forearm cuts just so they can swap out a glove or whatever.
Yep. Forearm cuts.
So it is nice to see that everything is so meticulously treated in a way that they're all unique.
Yeah, Rowdy, I agree with saying Raphael's clearly the best turtle. But then look at this, John. I kind of don't want to promote the blurred alert now because Quip is saying ugh, Raph is easily the worst turtle. And then always getting into some mess that is what the fuck?
That's true.
What the fuck is this shit?
Going up on the rooftop, getting captured. It's a little too Raph. But I guess that's the plus side. If Raph wasn't Raph, or Ralph, as some people like to say, you wouldn't have lines like, "Yeah, a little too Raph."
Raph is the heart of your team, buddy. Okay, that's what you're missing out.
Well,
right?
you forget that it's actually Michelangelo on the farmhouse that just got dubbed over as Raph, yelling Splinter. I would say he's the heart. He's the lovable one, but he's got the most heart.
You're saying you think Michelangelo is the heart of the team?
Yeah.
John, I don't know if I like what you're saying either. Robot reviews right here. Random question. Did you both see the new Harry Potter trailer? And what did you guys think? Well, now I feel bad because you paid $5, Robot Reviews, and I have not seen the Harry Potter trailer. John, did you see the Harry Potter trailer?
Yeah, girlfriend and I watched it yesterday. I mean, I'm excited. It definitely has a great cast, like a phenomenal cast of just like, even if you just look at the fact that you have John Lithgow as
oh yeah, he's Dumbledore. Hold on, I'm gonna open a window. Keep talking, I hear you.
Open that window, baby. And then we got Nick Frost as Hagrid. You know Nick Frost.
What happened?
We got Nick Frost as Hagrid.
Yeah, look, here's the way I feel about it. Like those movies came after Lord of the Rings, right? And if you told me right now they're going to remake the Lord of the Rings movies, I'd be like, what? The Lord of the Rings movies came out like yesterday for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, I know.
So like, I feel like it to me, I apologize. To me, this sounds like a whole cash grab situation. Like those movies were pretty good, and I don't know. Do you need a whole series now?
Yeah,
To like,
and they're still
I get like what happened?
They're still making so much stuff from those movies. So you got all the theme park stuff. There's like products you can purchase all the time, video games, and such, and so on and so on.
We were talking about like that Moana thing. It's like,
yes,
Moana came out like 10 years ago. Like Moana is so modern that they are using the same dude who was the voice of Maui, and he's young enough to put him in the movie. It's like I'm not a fan of like, let's remake so quickly after the original. It's like the same, and I get like the argument of like, well, the book, there were things in the book that they couldn't. It's like, who cares? Like, just to me, it just feels like a cash grab. So I have very little interest in like a remake that's on the heels of the original thing.
Yeah, I mean, the Harry Potter, the Lord of the Rings came out a long time ago. In comparison to Maui, Moana. But yes, Moana is stupid to remake because it's the same movie. You just now put a couple real people in place of the CG people, and everything else is still CG.
Yeah, exactly. They try to tout these things as like, this is a live action thing. It's like 20% live action.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like,
and what pisses me off the most, and I don't know if did we talk about this just together. I think just we had a conversation that wasn't part of the internet, and now we're turning it into part of the internet.
Maybe
is that Moana, much like How to Train Your Dragon, are like 1-to-1 remakes shots. They didn't even just approach it in a different way. It's just like, well, we know it worked the first time.
Yeah, that's what they. Yeah.
I hated that about the How to Train Your Dragon. It's nice to see Toothless in a more realistic kind of approach or whatever. And I love those movies, but it was like, this is all the same stuff.
Yeah, it's such a corporatizing of like the things that you love. Like I get that it's corporate stuff from the beginning. Like Harry Potter movies from the start were corporate movies, okay? They were Warner Brothers movies, but like you don't smell the stench of it that much because it was the first time. You know what I mean? But now it's just kind of like it just feels like a product. And I'm sure that they'll have good moments, and I'm sure it'll have good acting, and like it's not the actors, it's not like the creative. It's just like it's just such like a too soon. Do we need this? You know, like in hundreds of millions of dollars that could go to, I don't know, like something that might be original, or what's the next Harry Potter? How about like invest in that? Like, what's
Yeah,
the next Harry Potter, and then put money
like
into that.
Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, like that was like you seen it. I didn't see it, but like at least that's like an original thing, you
Yeah.
know, like that.
Mhm.
That's like, and it's doing well. Like that. Focus on that.
Yeah.
Just like remake, endless remake, and then 10 years, and then bring The Rock back. He did the voice yesterday.
Yeah. It'll come out that they were like, "Oh, we just did motion capture the whole time 10 years ago when he was doing the voices, and we just reused that." It's just
Yes,
he's also like the ongoing joke right now on the internet is that like he's wearing that wig, but he still looks bald. My favorite meme is
that's a thing.
him in place of George. It's got to be George Costanza, but Elaine is like yelling at him, "You're bald." He's like, "No, I used to be bald."
It was bald.
um, but yeah, it's like it looks so weird on him that it doesn't look like hair. And it's not puffy enough either. Like if you're gonna give him a wig, give him that big, thick head of hair that the animated one had. But the fact that his body is still wearing a muscle suit on top of a huge muscle dude is so weird.
Yeah, that's a weird. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I want. There should be a healthy mix of like new shit plus, but I don't know. People get excited about it. I mean, look, Haman Kill Slab says buy 70th Donatello figure. I mean, look, I see the point, but I'm talking about movies. I'm saying, you know, like if I have to sit there, you know, and I'm not buying the same Donatello figure. Um, but if I have to sit there for 2 hours, it's something that I feel like, I don't know, I want to watch an original product. Also, it's not millions of dollars that can go to something else. I'm just saying that like we should focus, we should back in the day, I think this ended it probably in the 80s. Hollywood would allocate money to taking chances on shit. They'd
Well,
be
yeah,
like,
because prior to like the sequel to Aliens and Terminator, sequel films were seen as like low budget, bad for the box office approaches. Like sequels were not a good thing to do.
right, right.
Now that's all they
Yeah.
want to do.
No, that's true. But they allocated money to new shit. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we like this filmmaker, you know, like George Lucas. What you did? You did what's the car movie he did? American Graffiti. You know, it's an independent movie. Um, we like him enough. He's got a Star Wars movie. Let's allocate $15 million, 20, however Star Wars came out. That's kind of how they did it. It was just like convince us we like the filmmaker. We'll put some money into it. Nowadays, it's impossible. The only time where stuff gets creative in Hollywood, where you can get creative, is on the low budget scale. You know, where you know, like $1-2 million movies, A24 movies. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because people have, you know, you don't have to go to a studio. You can go to a private equity. You can go to like you know, some Dubai billionaire who's just like, yeah, I'll give you some money. You know what I mean? And then you could come out with like a really cool movie. and then they'll cannibalize it at some point, of course, if it does well. But that's really the only time that you get creative stuff. The studio system now in Hollywood is just not set up to take risks. It's not set up for creative endeavors. They every now and then you will get like a Project Hail Mary that comes out. However, Project Hail Mary was written by the guy who did The Martian, which made a lot of money. So he kind of gets a pass. You know what I mean? He kind of gets like, hey, that movie made a lot of money. This movie made it. But like for like a first out of the gate, like, hey, I'm a filmmaker. That's why that like Terrifier, there's actually a great, very inspirational story, because that was the guy that made Terrifier. I don't know his name. He made an independent movie. Look, on paper, it wasn't that original. It's a killer clown movie. But he did it. He found a really cool way in, and he gathered an audience. And now Universal Studios is like, hey, we like it. We're going to make your stuff into a maze. But if he came straight ahead to Universal and said, hey, I have a movie called Terrifier, they'd tell him to go pound sand. They'd be like, fuck you. We don't care about that. So that's the thing. The studio system is just not set up as a creative endeavor.
Right. I knew the budget was low, but I didn't realize it was this low. But Get Out was $4.5 million.
Yeah. It's a low budget, and now so you have to, that's the only time where like you really can like see like creative shit, unfortunately.
Yeah. The the guy that behind Megan, it was like, well, we thought after the success of the first one that she could be like Superman, then we could do anything with her. And that's why the second film existed the way it did. And they're like, and we learned a hard lesson.
I have that second film almost feels like it's a satire.
It does, yeah. It's like when Gremlins 2 came out.
Yeah, it feels like Gremlins 2. It feels like, let's just make this shit's a comedy anyway. Let's just make it into a full-on comedy.
Yeah.
That's what you ever know. But John, you ever notice that that's what happens with movies, that like when the first movie is slightly comedic and people land on something, the second one, like think of like the first Pirates of the Caribbean. You had the perfect amount of like Jack Sparrow being a goofball, but he was still kind of like a badass. You know what I mean? Like he's still, but then after they caught wind that like, oh, people really like Jack Sparrow, it's like this, every subsequent movie, he's just more of a goofball, and he's just like, whoa, what's going on? There's lobsters pinching me, but that always happens. They always have to run too far with the joke, and then they forget to go
let's
back.
talk about Ragnarok to Love and Thunder.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Perfect example. Exactly. Yeah.
So irritating.
They're just like, and they don't get that we're like, okay, it was funny. Funny is good in small doses unless you're like a complete comedy movie.
How about Star Wars? There's some like goofy stuff in Star Wars, but then Last Jedi. Right out of the fucking gate, there's like your mom joke or
God,
joke. Like,
dude, that joke is when I was like, I remember seeing that in theaters.
Same.
And after that mom joke, I turned to my wife. I was like, this is going to be a shame.
Yeah, I also turned to your wife and said the same thing. I was there, remember? I was, immediately was like, oh no.
Right. Dude, my stomach dropped right when that mom joke happened. I was like, hey, and then it just like, just a sharp decline. But that's what happens, Jonathan, if that is your real name.
In Terminator 2, obviously, one of the funniest sequels of all time, though.
Wait, what movie?
Terminator 2.
Oh, hilarious.
It is funny, though. There is something that could be said about that. Going from Terminator 1 to 2, there were a lot more jokes in Terminator 2.
No, I think back then we just didn't know. We weren't like hyper aware of shit like that. But Terminator 1 to Terminator 2, yeah, you're right. It's like there were a lot more, it's like, well, also you had a kid and he's on a road trip with the kid and he's like, so you have like more opportunity for that. But the first movie is a very much like a LA noir, dark type movie.
Mm-hmm.
No jokes at all. Completely serious. And then the second one is like he's wearing underwear. Or, sorry, he's naked when he's in the bar, and people are like, "What the hell?" But it's like back then, it's like you weren't like attuned to it.
Well, and it's like
You gotta learn how to smile.
Yeah,
he's
that
like,
shit. All of that shit. Yeah. Yeah.
hasta
Kids.
la vista, baby. And it's like
Yeah.
it became one-liners, but I'll be back wasn't like it became a one-liner, but I don't think it was ever in the moment delivered and meant and was going to be written in a way that like, oh, this will be the one-liner of the film. Hasta la vista, baby is written in a way that will be a one-liner
Right.
for the film.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
But then that movie also had, you know, the stabbing a dude right through the head with liquid metal. So it's like, yeah.
I do like the well, I was gonna do a side thing. I do like that Arnold still goes around and he's like, yeah, you know, we were talking about and I was like, no, it doesn't make sense to say I'll be back because he's a machine. So he would say, I will be back. And I would fight with Cameron on it, and we'd go back and forth, and I'd be like, no, he is a robot. You know, he's like,
I guess robots can't do they can't do contractions.
Yeah. But it just wouldn't have hit. So it was the right choice to say, I'll be back.
Right.
I will be back. It just feels weird now.
Dude, but it has, if you watch Conan the Barbarian,
yeah,
which is I love, fantastic movie, and then you watch Conan the Destroyer, dude, there's so many goofy things that happen in like the Conan the Destroyer is a goofy movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think nostalgically, like we love it, you know, but like,
is the Destroyer the one where it like starts off and he's like in that little kind of pit area and they all kind of come in and he fights them and there's like that?
No, that's in Conan the Barbarian, and that fight scene has some goofy moments. It's not choreographed that well.
Right, he punches the
Destroyer
horse.
is the one where it's just like he gathers up a team. There's like a princess who I had a huge crush on when I was a kid, and like they got to save the princess, and he gathers up this team of rogues, and they but it's a goofy movie.
No, a goofy movie is a goofy movie.
Oh, damn it.
I got him.
Yeah, you got me. What's this? Oh, $5 USD. Christian Bale's role as Gore the God Butcher was wasted. There was so much. You know, what's so funny is like, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, Christian Bale. I feel like he was in like another movie. Like he was like in a real serious movie in his head, and then they put him in like because he was giving it like that, like Christian Bale, like pathos, and then like. Even I was excited. I was like, "Oh, Christian Bale's a villain. That's pretty, you know." But then it's like kids with their goofy teddy bears. Oh God, that fucking movie stunk. God. Anyway, all right, Johnny. I got work soon. You wanna do a quick ski here?
Should we? Quick ski.
Yeah.
You like to do you want a quickie? That's what you're saying? I don't think I like that.
Gore the God Butcher. That on paper that was so cool. And then you see it and you're like, thing that I don't. Olivia Diablo. Yes, that's right. Or Diabo. That's right. Everybody was crushing on everybody was crushing on
her. It's Olivia Rodrigo.
Huh? Wait, what happened?
You got the name wrong.
But Super Joe said Olivia
Rodrigo.
What? God damn you. What are you talking about?
What? Olivia Rodrigo's a musician.
Oh, okay. Robot Reviews TMT. I don't hate Star Wars, but I certainly concede that there are things to criticize. Critique tone is certainly one of them in reference to the sequels. You know what? I would agree completely with Quip, but then he said what he said about Raphael. It kind of bothered me.
Wait, what did he say about Star Wars?
No, that the tone of Star Wars is the tone of the sequels.
Yeah,
sequels just get.
They should have called it the tone of the sequels.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess let's F a shelf or something. You know what I mean? Why not? We got.
Yeah, let's go. Fuck this guy's fucking shelf.
Wow. All right. Boom. The old Spinnerino. I don't think this shelf that we're about to see is going to be a good one. I think this is going to be like perfect. Perfect. I'm just like putting it out there. I think it's going to be
You think it's gonna be real good?
I think it's going to be perfect to F, not perfect.
Oh, perfect to F. Okay.
Yeah. Which obviously I didn't know because I didn't look until just now, but so this was March of last year.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
The opening with God laughing at Gore was badass from Iron Star Man. Yeah, where he kills that one laughing God. Stupid laughing God.
Yeah, his people were dying. His daughter's dying. They're giving their life to this man, to this god. And he's like surprised that they even still existed. It's fucking bullshit. All right, so boy. Yikes. Well, first off, you lose points for not completing the gargoyles line.
What happened? I like this. So you fucked up, bro. Don't talk shit about rap. Mad quip. You really stepped in it. All right. What do we
Say that he screwed up already, lost points because he didn't complete his gargoyles line.
Oh yeah. There's no Broadway.
Also, some people would say like NECA didn't complete it, so he couldn't, and it's like, well, that's not my problem.
No, but
You know what I
NECA
mean?
had a Broadway.
They had a Broadway, not this guy.
All right, so
That's
right
fine.
away you fucked up. And I don't care if it's like towards the right and we can't see it. I'm going by this. I'm making an
Yeah,
assumption you don't have Broadway.
yeah. Based on everything else that's set up here, yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah. Let's see where else you fucked up, which is pretty much everywhere, bro.
Well, you can't look at your records because you got a Dragon Zord on it.
Exactly. I just entered the room. I want to peruse some records. Guess what, John? Can't. There's a Mecha Godzilla Zord thing at the top of the records. That's it. All right.
Dragon Zord. Come on.
And I can't play records either because there's a Voltron on top of the record player.
Voltron?
Or
What
not
are you?
Voltron,
You're losing so much credit.
Sorry.
This is hard to F the shelf when you can't get it right.
It looked like a Voltron at first, John, until you fucking moved the camera. What else? How else can we trash this fucking dude?
We have that thing from
ID4.
Yeah.
No peace.
We got Marvel Legends, so that's always a problem. Our Batmobile's on the floor.
Oh God. Dude, I don't even want to. I this might be the last F your shelf.
This was like at first I was like, oh, this is this is a first glance thing. You're like, oh wow, there's actual like organization stuff like that. But then you find out that this is down here.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another one. You can't even see it. The animated one.
Oh my God, John. You know what, everybody? This is the last F your shelf. I don't want to do this anymore. This one. This is bothersome. The Batmobile. Both amazing Batmobiles. Oh,
fuck. God. I'm upset about it. Batwing against a wall doesn't bother me as much because it's got its place. It's up. I don't like that there's a box behind it because it kind of takes away from it. Like, get rid of that box. Let me just kind of see the Batwing there. Because then it's taken up a particular place on the wall. These are black and gray on underneath a black display with a gray carpet. So like the wheels just blend in. You can't see them. You definitely can't see the animated one. It's so disrespectful. And then obviously you got all
very disrespectful, John.
All this Batman stuff up here.
But those tiny Hot Wheels or whatever are prominent. That you can see.
Yeah.
But these beautiful Batmobile. Oh my God. This is very bothersome, John. Are those lightsabers? What is that thing in the mirror? What is that thing?
These are
on
all
the left?
lightsabers. Yeah.
Ugh.
Darth Maul, I guess. Double boy. You got Luke's.
Also, that shag carpet that just like all that does is eat up accessories. You just drop an accessory. That's it. It's gone. It's
This
gone
is
into limbo.
I have a thick carpet, but it's not as thick as this. A rug anyway. And it's not as thick as this rug because yes, things will literally just fall into that and then just you can't find it. They're gone. You could try to run a vacuum over it and be like, well, maybe I'll find it in the back. I don't know why Peter's here.
I'll go over with the vacuum.
It doesn't come out. It's just gone.
I'm getting angry. I hate this. Couldn't you pull out those like what is happening 4 inches outside of the diameter of the side of the room that you can't just pull those things out? They have to sit under the shelf where John dude, I thought that was the wheels for the little record stand. I didn't realize it's a fucking Batmobile.
That's a good point.
Holy shit.
Fuck. All right, let's see if we can just bury him a little deeper with this one.
Oh,
there's more Batman stuff over here.
Dude, why would Kingpin be like? Kingpin would be dead. Kingpin has no. He can't do anything with this crowd. He'd be dead.
How about how about less webbing?
Yeah, there's like webbing everywhere.
There's house. So much that it makes it look like there's electricity, like all just like, this is Palpatine taking down all the ships at the end of the last Star Wars. Oh, and then we got an Avatar bird thing.
Why are they webbing up Galactus? What's happening, John? In what world is what? There's too many worlds colliding here.
Well, it's all Spider-Man, and then you have Galactus, which is fair.
Okay, you know what? I am so I hate this like whole thing so much that if there's a figure that I own on this thing, I'm gonna sell it. Let me see, because I'll sell Kingpin because I have him. Just for the association with this stand. So,
Yeah,
and
fair.
is there anybody else that I have? I don't have Galactus, but if I did, I'd sell it. I might have that Green Goblin, so I might sell that.
Yeah, might as well. Anything associated with Spider-Man at this point.
Yeah, I like how there's by the way, John, I like how there's like a life-size pumpkin bomb just in the middle of this saw, like with this a prop size pumpkin bomb just hanging out there. Just no rhyme or reason. It's just there.
This is one of those things where like this is the same guy. Like this looks like as much as I hate what happened with the Batmobiles, if you forget that they're there because you can't see them, this looks like it was kind of thought out. There was a little bit of method to the madness. It's unfortunate that this display showed up after you put all the stuff on the wall over here, so you're like missing out on your bat inventory.
Yeah,
but then this looks like you have a roommate and you ask the roommate to just like, well, I don't know, I don't collect action figures, I don't really, just it's fine, man, just like put them up.
yeah. Or it could be that, or it's like his display is like according to him aging. So he was like maybe like 14, 15, and then like the other side of the wall is like him is the old, but he doesn't need those records because like nobody is standing around and waiting and listening to music in this room. Because as soon as I go in this room and he goes, hey, you want to listen? I'm like, no, I'm good. And then I walk out. So maybe he's listening. Maybe it's for him. But
well, you know how like clutter and things like that can induce anxiety, and you can find a little bit more peace. Like if you have a work desk, if you keep it clean and tidy, or your house, things that are cleaner and a little more tidy are more calming. But when there's just kind of like everything's everywhere, all at once, it feels like some anxiety. So you're like, oh, let's go listen to some music, and then you're like, ugh. You don't want to be there.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I the pumpkin bomb is giant. There was no.
The pumpkin bomb needs to go off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, that might be the last F yourself, John. I mean that really upset me. You know, seeing those Batmobiles just under a shelf like that. It made me upset. But we'll get over it. We'll persevere. Anyway, is Super Grover back up?
I am gonna just start stapling my figures to the walls, though.
Just
not in the boxes.
Oh, just the actual figure.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm not an inbox
$120 in art figure.
Thank God for the soft goods cape, right?
Oh my God, you would make so many.
He's just dangling.
Dude, you would make so many people so angry.
That's fuck you money.
Yeah, that's fuck you money. Yeah, it's like those people that like burn or smash toys on. I hate that, by the way. Just here's a bunch of them. I'm gonna burn them or smash. It's like I can't. It does something to me. Maybe it's because like when you don't grow up with a ton of toys, and then you see that, you're just like, what the fuck?
Also, it's like, who's this for?
Yeah, it's like rage bait.
That's illegal because you're toxic fumes.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
you're breaking the law, bro.
Now I kind of like it. It's cool. You're like a rebel.
Yeah, I might do that. I might start breaking toys on my channel.
That's very
all right, John.
Tommy Hodges of you. All right.
Any last words to get us
by the power of Grayskull.
The power of Grayskull.
I say it because you're weirdo.
Oh, it's so little.
Yeah, that's whatever I do right before we have naughty time in bed.
You go the power of Grayskull?
Yeah, because it's so tiny. I need it to be bigger.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I've heard that.
Hold on, the power is not working yet. Hold on. Oh, I promise. I promise I have the power of Grayskull.
Grayskull is the name of your blue chews.
Yeah.
Grayskull, dude, that would be a great cross promotion.
That is.
Grayskull blue chews.
Yeah.
When you are lacking the power.
Yeah.
Of Grayskull, you pop, and then and the woman is like, I thought I married He-Man, but I guess you're Prince Ad. I don't know, and then it's like, watch this, and then and you know how it ends? It ends where they're in bed post, whatever, and they're like, man, that was great. What, right, guys? And then it cuts to all of He-Man's friends watching, and they're like, great job, like, or like having watched. They basically just watch you like have sex with your girl.
Oh, I like it.
Cringer and Cringer's there, and he's like, "What did I just watch?" And they're like, and they just all laugh, and then and then that's it. And blue chews.
Okay, somebody call Robot Chicken.
Let's do it.
We got a pitch.
No, we can do this shit. Well, everybody's like, "Oh, you got to get a professional." No, we're the fucking professionals that write this shit.
Yeah, well, let's animate it or something.
He-Man blue chews. Fucking do it. Who's gonna,
Yeah,
we'll make that happen. You just you can act, and then we'll figure it out.
Ew.
Alter Clark said snout spouts squirting everywhere.
And then he's like, sorry, I'm a squirter. And we just spoofed that old video that from like 20 years ago, that woman that is like showing her pillow, and she's like, see that squirt.
Oh yeah, that's right. That one. Yes. John, where do we put in this commercial? Where do we put the whole thing when they're like, blue chews might kill you and cause thoughts of suicide. You know, like we need that portion of the commercial as well. But what I'm trying to think, like, what is visually happening over? Usually, it'll be like having drinks with friends, and they'll be like, this thing could cause you to kill yourself and others. You know, like what? Like we got to figure that out.
I don't like what Tony just said. Create it using AI. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
that's the bullshit that's all over the internet. It's called slop. Nobody likes it.
Oh, I like that, John. AI, AK, awesome.
There's so much live action Ninja Turtle slop like that, and I'm just like, oh god.
But John, don't you like when figures move on their own? You're not a fan of that?
Well, that's the only thing that's saving us. Yeah, what is the
we gotta figure that out.
You will not actually have the power of Grayskull.
But that's a great cross promotion because let's face it, you know, yeah, you're making toys and appeal to kids, but you got to appeal to adults, you know. Blue Chews, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, Mattel, you guys are missing out.
Yeah, we got something here. We know the audience. That's the trick. The audience is no longer little kids. We are the little kids that grew up. So you got to make that correct promotion.
We grew up. You're doing it, Peter. Anyway,
that's right.
What happened?
Yeah,
the hook.
God. You're doing it, Peter.
John, yesterday I was watching Beauty and the Beast with my kid.
Yeah,
and she tapped out in the first like 10 minutes. Trying to get her to like watch movies.
Yeah,
so this is a quick one, and like I hadn't seen that movie in forever. The whole movie is predicated on a bitch of an enchantress who. What is the thing that you teach kids when a stranger comes to the door and they knock on the door? Do you let them in?
Yeah, only if they make promises of things.
Okay, well, John, you were taught wrong. You don't let them in. The beginning of that movie is basically about an enchantress. She goes to a castle, but she doesn't go as herself. She dresses as a scary crone.
Yeah.
She knocks on the door. She says to an 11-year-old boy, a teenager, whatever, almost a preteen, she's like, I need to get in because it's cold and rainy. He's like, no. He turns her away. She then transforms into her normal self, okay, into her enchantress self. And she goes, oh, okay, well, because you did that, I curse you and I curse the entire castle. You're going to be a beast. And your whole crew is going to turn into fucking ornaments, okay? and that's it. So like that. First of all, that's a bad message. That's like, you know, he turned away a stranger and she curses him. Second of all, it's a really fucked up punishment. It's basically she's like, I'm going to make you into a beast for 10 years, and after 10 years, you're going to permanently turn into a beast. Like, it's very excessive. Like, you would think for like, okay, I'm gonna make you a beast for 1 year, and by that point, after that 1 year, you'd be like, oh, I learned my lesson. She's a bitch.
Right. That's the equivalent would be like, fine, you're gonna have explosive diarrhea for the next 12 hours.
Yeah. How about that? How about explosive diarrhea for the next 12 hours? Yeah. So she turns a little kid into an animal because
I will say this is why I've historically let every old person into my house.
You should let old people.
And it rarely goes
she
well.
also kind of that's a form of entrapment. She made herself look ugly because she was like trying to like to people let you in. It's a fucking stupid premise. Also, and I was thinking about this, John. Here's the other thing I was thinking about. He's got this whole crew. He's a beast. He has all his castle people are in the castle with him, right? You would think if they got cursed, like, wouldn't you be like, fuck that kid for doing this to us and try to mutiny and kill him? Because like I'm surprised, like they're so loyal to him, but like wouldn't they be like, that kid got us all cursed, let's get together, let's trip him when he goes down the stairs, we kill him, and then that'll probably break the curse. But no, but they're super loyal to him for some reason. I don't get it.
I guess because it's like, well, no, you were just a kid and you were doing the right thing.
There's hundreds of them. All of them are like that. There's not like a
Only
few
the
assholes
ones that we know about.
Oh,
yeah, the rest were.
yeah. Maybe you're right, John. I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing it.
Well, you get paid. You have to be loyal because you're getting paid. I think that's how it works. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
NECA King loves AI. That's what we learned today.
Thoughts when he wants to wrap things up. What happened?
I was saying the NECA King loves AI. That's something we learned today.
Oh, NECA King. Oh, you came to the wrong party, Charlie. Okay. You know what, John? Maybe it's okay to have opinions. I don't like AI. I don't like what it's done to our society.
Yeah, whatever. I think it's the problem is like, to me, it's just that any doofus will go over and animate a thing, and then it's like, okay. If it's a tool that helps somebody get a job done, that's the AI that I like. That takes the monotony out of like bullshit tasks,
Right.
the daily task, like the AI that
he's saying when it's used creatively.
Oh no, it can't. Anyway. Huh? What? Uh-oh, got good news. So I'll see you guys later. We're going to be rich now. So I'm going to see you later. Are you there?
Oh, are you rich?
Well, she's going to be. I mean,
you hit the lotto?
She applied for a promotion at work and got it. So it's exciting.
Oh, congratulations.
Good. Yeah.
Let's all congratulate Johnny's lady for getting a promotion. And now, John, you probably can just kind of roll off her. You don't need to do this anymore.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's why I wanted to go. I'm done.
Oh, well, I mean, say goodbye in a nice way. Don't just like fucking.
Oh, you're right. I should be more professional about it. Suck my butt, losers.
That's the last we saw.
Yes. Whatever. All right, guys. Thank you everybody for being here as always.
Thank you for being here. Yes.
Yeah,
yes. As always. And that was for the final F yourself, because I can't do it anymore after that. That was too much for me. There are 2 conventions happening concurrently.
That's stupid.
This week. Ugh. There is WonderCon right there.
Oh.
I'm actually pointing to where WonderCon is. That way is Anaheim. And then there is, where's the Toylanta? Toylanta, that's the East Coast, that way.
Yes.
So look for that. I think there are some fun exclusives at Toylanta. I don't know if there's any fun exclusives at WonderCon. I will most likely be at WonderCon and doing the roundabouts, okay, with my buddy Reese. And yeah, who knows what shenanigans we're going to get into. Who knows who I'm going to piss off. Who knows if I might get into a fight, fisticuffs.
Please.
You never know.
Just tell Reese to just like have his phone ready just in case.
Yeah. I gotta get my phone. Stupid Reese. Fuck you. That's it. John, any last words? That's my last words.
Nope. I'm working on another toy news video. Should come out this weekend. I got 2 videos coming out this weekend. I'm also working on this video. I got all the footage recorded. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see this. All the footage is recorded. I just need to like finish it and then publish it. But man, for anybody that did not get the Bro Toys Ada Wong, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry.
It's a nice figure.
It is.
John, you said AliExpress might have it though, right?
Yeah, it's just that the price is going up. Like, it's just it reached that time period where, like, everybody started getting them, and then the prices just kept going up and up and up and up. So you're gonna pay well over $100 for it now, sadly.
Okay. How much is it
But
normally?
you can write it off, buddy.
What's the normal price for it?
I think it would have been like $80 or $90 probably when it first released.
Not that bad, but yeah.
Yeah. Right up there with that Patriots.
I jump on these things, so.
Yep.
All right, folks. Speaking of Beauty and the Beast, let's go off a song. No one reviews like Johnny
like
Nostalgia. No one